one, and then there's like another 5 seconds of it just like trying to boot up. So it's like, at this point I'm gonna count 13 seconds.
Wait, did you already send me the link or not yet?
No, I haven't sent you the link.
Oh, okay.
I am now, however. There you go, and we're back. We're not gonna do the Riddler trophies yet. We're gonna save the Riddler trophies for next stream. This stream was just gonna finish the main story. Next stream we'll do Riddler trophies and challenges just to get some stuff done there. Because we need to get that Riddler ending.
Yeah, we do.
We need to get the Riddler ending. It's only just. However, if I remember correctly, this is gonna be a 3-Titan fight, considering how it's going in, and holy shit. I just started, let me... Hey, Joe Mama has returned!
Hey,
and so have I.
Plan.
So as per... The fuck, I'm gliding, yay. Alright, let's do this. Hey, they didn't subtitle the ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Disappointed. Right, I have upgrade. Why did I say it like that? Why do I have upgrade? Alright, let's get that ×2 damage. With those critical strikes, which, honestly, I can never time them on this game. And kaboom!
And kaboom.
Hold up, I'm checking a thing. Okay. Sorry about that, I had to check a thing, because I thought for a moment that the party wasn't being recognized and all that. I would, but I might save you for the next stream if you're willing, when I start Arkham City, but I might take a while before getting to Arkham City.
If your name's not on the list, you ain't going in. Let's see, A, no, that's not right. So it's B, Bane. Ah, here it is, Batman. Hey,
oh my god! The fucking clipboard!
Give him a big welcome, guys!
Bruh.
The clipboard is what gets to me. It's like, wait, he actually has a list?
Is that just... That's a list. He has a list of your name.
No, that's not even a list. It's like he ripped a page out of the dictionary and then said, you know what? Batman.
Hello to you,
Tell
Mr.
Harold I said
Mama.
hi. He's on the stream, so he is looking at the chat as well. But Joe Mama says hi.
Ah, and I say hi back
Or
to
was
you,
it Pleasant? Pleasant Ant? I'll remember your name on PSN one of these days.
Oh, he'll remember at some point.
Alright, fun fact, the first time I played this, I was playing it with All Day Racer back then. And I was sleeping at his place, and for some reason something came over me, and I just walked up to this guy and just went, and that's when I realized I can kick everyone's ass. Which is also the best way to get this trophy, like party pooper. Which is just like everyone's here, just like celebrating, and then out of nowhere, you're just like, no, I'm gonna punch everyone in the fucking dick. Ow, I'm being punched in the dick. Ow. Fucking comboed me.
So you ain't get cock blocked for your punches.
Brian, why you stream so late at night? Literally because usually at the rest of the time I'm playing with friends, and or with family, and I'm just nocturnal. I'm just really nocturnal at this point. Like, you can ask Harold, like, our game nights, when we actually do physical game nights, when it comes, like, to me, Hellboy, Groudon, and Harold, we literally just stay until, like, 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah, we even got close to 6 one time.
I like how I'm so focused on talking about, like, other things that I'm, like, probably gonna die here. And if I don't die, then these guys just suck.
Even though this is supposed to be hardcore mode.
This is hard mode. Like, if not, you'd be seeing, like, 1,000 lightning bolts.
I don't know, that's what I'm saying, and this is supposed to be hardcore mode.
One thing I kind of wish they bring back that I loved from Arkham Origins was the I Am the Night mode. Which basically you have to go through the whole story with 1 life.
Oh, isn't that cute? Little bats.
Don't forget to scream simp.
Someone finish him.
It's funny because, like, in Origins, when I played I Am the Night mode, I'd always die at the first Bane fight.
Well done.
But here's the thing. Bane is the easiest boss fight, considering the people you fight before him. Because before him, you fight Copperhead and Slade.
Yeah.
Deathstroke's still one of the best fights in, like, the Arkham series, hands down.
Not on the list, you ain't going in.
I agree.
A, that's the right. B, Bane. Ah, here it is, Batman. Hey, looks like you're the.
To be honest,
It looks like an actual, like, diagnosis page of, like. Don't mind me.
You know, I'm just giving you giving the party.
Arkham Knight Deathstroke boss was the best. Oh god, you shit poster, you. If by best you mean disappointing, then yes. The best disappointing fight, definitely Deathstroke and Arkham Knight. Like, did Arkham Knight even have a good boss fight?
Oh, I mean,
I don't think so.
Are you excited, Bats? I mean, we've been building up to this point all night.
yeah,
Don't tell me you've not been.
I was gonna say maybe
forward to it.
the pig fight, but even then that wasn't really like a fight.
That wasn't really a fight, that was just a free flow experiment.
Everyone
Yeah.
always said I should be intelligent.
The drill one.
You don't want to miss this.
Oh yeah, the second fight with the Arkham Knight. Honestly, yeah, that was an interesting one.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I wasn't far enough. Martha! It blew up. Imagine beating the Cloud Burst without dying. Oh, the Cloud Burst tank? I'm pretty sure I did it without dying on the streams I did. Oh, the headset just twisted on me and put the mic, and the mic just fucking went down my throat.
Me? It was your plan, you goofy clown.
I love how Bruce just doesn't give a fuck here.
I'm sending you back to the ventriloquist where you belong.
Alright, here we go.
You had to spoil everything, didn't you? Beating up Bane, feeding Scarecrow to Croc, slapping around Harley.
My hobby, by the way.
And ruining all my lovely.
When you're balls deep and she said stop teasing.
Over, Joker. Over? Why, my dear delusional Dark Knight, it hasn't even begun.
Alright. Time for a Titan fight to begin again. Oh god, that did not go as planned. I'm already losing too much damage. Jesus! Oh, they're fighting each other. Yay. Oh no. Oh, that's a corpse. I bet he was a simp before he died.
Well, they're all technically simps.
Kinda hate that they don't take damage after, like, they're out of their stun at time. Oh god, this is gonna hurt. Yep, I knew it. Come here, I'm gonna slap you.
You said to come over, that's the fucking charge at me. I know you said your hearing.
Oh god! I just barely got slapped there. Right, I remember now the way to get that trophy of beating a Titan henchman without using a batarang. I have to make them beat each other. Like, I have to beat one up and then use it to beat the other one up. That's how you get it. No, don't punch me again. I'm very touch abrasive.
You're touching my noodles.
Oh no, not again! Oh my god. Wait, he clipped my heel, really? Oh my god! This poor Titan! Get in that corner. Let me get out of the corner, actually. Just break this guy's arm real quick. Okay. You can hit your friend.
Yeah, he was like a mad shit batsuit.
You ever counted the wrong guy?
Yeah.
Well, I just fucking did. Come here! You need to get slapped! You need to get broken. Okay, I need to look at the chat. Real men eat their pizza rolls in the microwave with no water close by. Boy. You sound like your name's Jared.
Pro Jared.
Are we talking about Subway pedophile Jared? Are we talking about I send nudes to my fans Jared? Or are we talking on campus Jared? He clipped my heel.
Hey,
All of the Titan hits were clipping my heel.
Baby, up off the floor.
I had that there. Jesus, that's so annoying. But no, if it's any consolidation, Jared sent PP big by accident. Which one? It's always an accident until, you know, the PP's out. Woo! Okay, not my smartest idea, but it's still an idea. Oh, this is gonna hurt me. Oh, what do you know? It didn't hurt me. Excuse me, that guy was falling. Oh, I threw the batarang at the wrong person. Fuck it, out of my way. Don't put that fist away. Put that leg away. What the fuck did I just say?
You said that kind of rubber, you know, just bust the kneecap, you ain't good.
Fondle. Bring that Titan dick over here. Let me fondle them balls. Gurgle. Fucking gonna punch everyone on my way to the Titan. Why is that? Oh, that guy was falling.
What the fuck?
I thought that guy was asserting his dominance by T-posing on top of the Titan. That backhand! The best backhand I've ever seen. Oh my god, they're just gonna kill each other at this point. Oh no.
Better for you, since you already have your health gone.
Okay, the batarang went towards the wrong person again. Oh, that's a body! Oh, that's a left hook. Let me get out of this corner, I can't see myself. Oh my god, I got stuck there!
Oh, I'd like to thank my fans.
Damn, you were just forced in the wall.
Bro, my cereal's cold now, what the fuck? Wait. Excuse me? Isn't cereal usually cold unless you're talking about oatmeal? I love how Batman's just throwing the batarangs at the wrong people.
I mean, Batman prioritizes the gamer's advantages versus his own.
Yeet. 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 Yote. J.K. Rowling be like, you gay. I mean, wasn't that the big thing that like happened with Fantastic Beasts out of nowhere? I'm not too familiar with the Potter Harrys.
No, it was Fantastic Beasts was the prequel to the Harry Potter series. Because this was back when Dumbledore was still pretty young.
I thought you were gonna say back when Dumbledore was pretty, and I'm like, fuck you talking about? That man is a fucking unit of, like, sexuality. You measure sexuality in Ganondorfs.
Bro. So
it's the only legal currency to, like... It's like, how hot are you? I don't know, like half a Ganondorf.
Bro.
I'm just here trying to punch a fucking Titan and I'm like... God, I wish I could keep up with the chat, but no, this Titan is like fucking with me. So I gotta slap his friend with his dick. Gotta dick slap him with his friend. I'm not wrong, and you know it.
I know, but like at this point, this just sounds like a sequel to the fight.
Welcome to the squeakle. Grab that dick! Left ball, right nut.
When we run out of hair gel, so you can use the class of 2044.
Yo, did I hear the Great Cataclysm of 1944?
No, you heard the Great Cataclysm of 2044.
Excuse me, I'm killing the big guy. Did I just do a ground takedown?
Yes.
You know you want to. Come here. Yeah, that's a good big boy.
It's a dick.
Now Titan, say it with me. S-I-M-P! That's what you are! What does that spell? It means you're simple. Bro, call 911. I'm too addicted to Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I haven't personally played the full game. I played it when the beta came out, and it was really fun.
You deserve a prize. Your old pal, Commissioner Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon.
Say,
Not impressed.
he looks all run down.
That was burliest of men.
Is that cocaine? I want it. Cocaine. Oh no, it's heroin.
Here we go. We're gonna have some fun now, kiddies.
I love how Joker gets that close. When you think about it, a Titan Batman would be the most horrifying thing ever. Think about it.
So, you wanna play hardball, bats? Do ya? Your call. Pickle, pickle. Oh, you're ruining my big night. Months of planning down the crapper. I just wanted to bring down your grim facade and for once let you see the world as I see it, giggling in a corner and bleeding. But you've denied me even that. I have nothing to live for.
Thing is, he doesn't give himself the antidote right there. He's just willing it to not happen.
So would it safe to assume his red blood cells are just working from the antidote itself?
No, his white blood cells are just overtime.
So wait, wouldn't that mean he got infected twice?
Yes and no. Because, I'm not sure, actually.
Because it feels like, since nothing ever happened, or it was declared that he did something about it, he let it be. But that would be assuming he got affected twice, and his antibodies are just off the chain.
There is one thing that comes to my mind about it, though.
What?
Wait, give me a moment.
Let's give the room something to talk about. Two freaks in a fight to the death.
So, like, what I'm thinking is I'm waiting for this cutscene to end.
Wait, when do you have the time to put away Gordon into that trap?
It's the only way to beat me. You know you want to. Never. You wasted the antidote on yourself. Now that's funny. Hysterical. But you still spoil my fun, and for that, I'll paint Arkham with your blood. Let's get
Alright, so you saw himself poke with himself the antidote there.
Uh-huh.
That was the antidote to Titan. What happens in City, what we'll see in City in like the next week, because I'm not going to touch City right after this, I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to play like something else in between. What happens in City, what causes the Joker serum, is Titan mixed with Joker's blood. Here's the thing. We don't know what the pre-canon of this series is, so it's kind of like Joker's blood has something else, because in some comic books, they explain why Joker has that advanced healing he has, which is the fact that he has like he has a little bit of the element that that the Lazarus Pit has in his spinal fluid, which is why he heals so fastly, which was a chemical imbalance of him falling into the vat of acid. So by that proxy, we can assume that whatever like that Joker virus that happens from Arkham Knight and City is whatever his blood had, but multiplied by the Titan serum, which already attacks the cells and like deforms, as you see, because like it expands your bones to the point that it causes skin ruptures and all that. It doesn't just expand muscle mass, it deforms.
Right.
It kind of breaks you down on a cellular level from like what I've read up on the Titan serum on the backstory of these games. Which is why Bane's TN1 is more stable, because he's somebody who's been physically built for it.
Right.
It was made specifically for him. The Titan is just made. It's not made specifically with anyone in mind. So if Bane, technically, if they gave him Titan, he would get the same result. He'd be Bane squared.
Built for it.
No, he wouldn't. He'd be Bane squared. He'd basically be a beefy Bane, but beefier.
Ready to tango! I'll rip you apart for all Gotham to see.
Here's the thing, I don't remember how to fight them.
Excuse me, Bats. In you come, boys. I've softened them up for you.
Oh, right.
You want some?
I don't really fight him.
Look out! So, Mr. Referee, how was that round?
Just gonna throw them into the gate. Make my life easier. Just yeet.
So don't mind me, I'm just gonna let you get on your pals here.
Oh god.
Evil and Gotham, enjoy your evening.
Right, I have to pull him down. Harold that ass.
Bring that ass.
When I get out of this,
God, the fact that his eyes are glowing like that are bothering me.
give me a death shot.
Owie. Right, I just have to avoid him.
For this, Bats.
The fact that I get an upgrade right now is just really the time for it. Screw it, combo battering.
Mind your head, Bats. I'm out, Bats.
That is avoid his Freddy Krueger looking hands here.
Give him a kicking for me, boys. I'm bored of it.
Oh, you have a knife.
Here it comes.
Well, he's dead.
I am the greatest.
Oh no. Get in that gate. I said, gate.
More helicopters? How exciting. But I'm done here.
Deadshot or Deathstroke?
How are you doing?
Oof. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I like Deathstroke way more. Deadshot is... he doesn't have much going for him. He's just a good shot. Like, Deadshot feels like he could have been a Green Arrow villain rather than a Batman villain.
Yeah, that would have made more sense too, actually.
Make me laugh. Come in, boys. Knock him about a bit. I've got a city to address.
Something I just thought of. This ring was already made. Joker had been planning injecting himself with the serum.
So this would have happened regardless.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Get in there. Break his leg. Get in there. Okay. Yeet.
I'll give you something for morning news.
And this is the end of the fight.
This won't stop me.
He is a Green Arrow villain. In Arrow, yes, but in the comics, he's mostly thrown at Batman. Which is why it's like,
I can take anything you throw at me, Bats. You can't beat me. I'm actually going to win. Ready for the next round? Always. What? I'll never let you win. Never.
Chimp! Just break my hand while I'm at it. I love like how damaged his arm becomes because of that.
That's right.
I'm fine, Barbara. The GCPD finally has control of the asylum.
Alright, I got Big Bang.
But it looks like it'll take some time. Also,
Is it not gonna give me all 3 trophies? Bigger Bang.
quite a mess in there. And the venom enhanced
Biggest Bang.
though for some, the process can be quite painful.
Dad, how are you doing?
I'll survive. See you tonight, Barbara. Shame about your car. Can I give you a ride?
Thanks, Jim, but I have one on the way.
The one thing I'm like thinking about is, at what moment did the Totson just get out of Joker's system? You left gummy or right gummy? I'm middle gummy. I just noticed the building in the background that had the Arkham logo on it. It's probably something they added right now for the remaster because I'm pretty sure it wasn't there. I'm like 90% sure it wasn't. So you big gummy. I am huge gummy. That's what I am. I am the biggest chungus. So I like how I was gonna check to see like how long it took from like the starting of the stream, but I hadn't like checked it. So it said like 2 minutes ago. I'm like, there's no way. But no, it took us. We still had only half an hour left of the main game. Well, if you take out my deaths, we only had like 10-12 minutes. Cals exist, calendars. Hey. Alright, let's skip this and get to the after credit scene. There it is. Now, which hand are we getting? We got Croc. Thing is, I realized that all of them are random. So it's not a specific ending, if I'm not mistaken. But the real one is the Scarecrow one.
I'm assuming after that's when you get all the Riddler trophies.
No, not really, but yeah, no. Now we have the armored suit, which is entirely different from the regular suit. Because this one has a chin strap. Like, let me show you the armored one. Let's see, which one? Just do it on a combat one. But yeah, no, I am definitely happy about the story. Like, I really enjoyed replaying it. But this is the armored suit.
Good evening, Arkham Asylum. Tonight, we will all watch Batman.
It's very different. It reminds me of the batsuit from Arkham City Armored Edition.
To self, need to order more henchmen. Good ones this time.
But I don't understand the blue accents on, like, the gauntlets. Like, a part of me after playing Origins wants to say it's like, oh, it's probably from Electrocutioner, but Electrocutioner wasn't even mentioned in any of these games.
I mean, besides Origins, no.
Precisely. Nobody knows. Honestly, I'm not sure if Origins is even canon to the story or not.
Hey, Bats. Go easy on him. For me. Oh, hell.
Is it me, or is his, by all his mouth says, is it supposed to be that one?
Wait, what?
Like, if you look at it, at the face, by where his mouth is, it just looks black. Is that supposed to be it? Or is it
He has a chin strap.
No, like by where his lip is. That
I love how he
face where he's
just...
not covered, it's just black.
Let me see. It's probably the shading.
Hmm.
Come on, boys. He's just one man.
No, it's just shading.
Man dressed like a lunatic and odd.
Okay.
It's just the shadows. But like literally he has armor everywhere under like what seems to be just black spandex.
Hmm.
I love how it just dropped the combo after a while, even though I had it perfect. I'm about to get hit. Oof, that's a knee. That's an arm. That's a thing.
Okay. What you call it? What you call it?
Ooh, okay. Honestly, I feel like the cape looks better in the armored suit.
I've had everyone you love brutally murdered.
It looks more decent in this one.
Then again, the cape in the normal story one has gone through, like, hell. You know what? Considering we just beat the story, well, let's just do a couple of challenges as Joker. Something I do like about, like, Joker in the fighting area is, the last round of his fighting challenges. It's really interesting what they do. I'm smarter than that. Don't try, you can pull a fast one.
You won't take me alive, Cash.
I love his fighting style. It's just dumb. The way he does his ground takedowns.
But that's not entertaining though.
It just slaps him. Taser hand.
You'll never take me alive.
Honestly, I kind of wish they added him as a character for other games as well. God, that counter, he just salutes you. The biggest frickin' slap of the century.
Literally.
Oh my god, I forgot he had a gun. I forgot god, he had a gun! Oh god, that was great.
Send in whoever you want. I'll kill them all and leave them smiling.
Bonk. Gun. Gun. Oh no, that wasn't gun. Gun. Oh wow, I only got one shot. I forgot about that. I forgot his stun was happy gas.
I'm not coming in without a fight, Arkham!
Would you expect anything else?
And then there's Gordon right there. Like the last round adds, the third round adds Aaron Cash, and then the last round adds in Gordon. Which he's about to get tased. God, the gun is so satisfying.
Let's finish
Oh my god. Just the ultimate knee.
Hey, Shoppy! The
See,
security
they
is
should have
making
jumping to
it
fires.
crowded.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine how he plays out that one?
I don't want to. I honestly don't want to imagine him. At all.
Even better, can you just imagine just, keep laughs from his hands?
Why do you gotta think? Like, why do you think?
I'm a very curious person with a very too much of a curious mind to not even think about these kind of
And
things.
DBS when the shoulders shoot Goku and Trunks, he's not blank.
Do your worst.
God. Right, he has his spectacles.
Yeah, remember those?
Right, to use them I actually have to like have them on. I know there's a way to do this challenge in like 15 seconds. Which basically what I need to do is bring him in. I love the way he walks. Alright. Are they coming here? Yes, they are. Just gonna
I'll watch your back. Oh, God, I found someone over here.
Ah, I only got one of them. Damn. No. We gotta do it again. No, run it back. Run it back.
First one to catch me wins a prize.
Attempt number 2. Here we go.
Alright, they did react to it this time. Good. Oh no. No, only one of them got it. Damn it.
Oh, God. I found someone over
I'm so sad. Screw it.
Hold up. I'm coming with
I love the way he runs. This is the run of a man who knows he's going to kill everyone. You saw him, right? Dude just looked at me and it's just like, Wait, what? Hold up. Hold. I just read what he wrote. You know what? I want to do it again because I need to do it like this.
I'm out of here, Cash. Do your worst.
Oh, what does it say? What's it happen?
Disappeared. Oh God, he just vanished.
I don't know if they fixed it because before they'd all group up.
It looks like another did already.
Like, that was an asylum, like, not Return to Arkham Asylum, like, just Arkham Asylum. Excuse me? He does what? I was not expecting him to just do cartwheel.
Joker. I'll always be here to stop you.
I forgot about that. I forgot that he actually has a death screen, which I didn't know. I totally forgot about. But yeah, no, now we can look at the last trophies, I think. Okay, no, we still have trophies. Yeah, no, the armored Batman looks really interesting. You know what it reminds me of?
What?
To an extent, it reminds me of, like, I don't know if you've ever heard of this brand, but Square Enix releases some figures called Play Art Sky. And it's
Yes.
like, you've heard of the Play Art Sky, right?
Yeah.
This reminds me of their version of Batman. Like, it looks like a Play Art Sky, like, styled Batman. Like, I don't remember what, like, the name of the sculptor is, but it looks like this could be it. But then again, they have done figures of all the Arkham games. So, maybe I'm thinking about a for this, but I don't think they did Armored Batman. I may be wrong, but it looks like the normal style of them. Like, if we look at it carefully, like, he has armored crotch piece over the boxers. Then he just has his belt. It looks like he's wearing, like, he's wearing a black version of his batsuit over, like, armor. Under armor. The gauntlets are blue, waist is blue. Nice dick. His cowl is blue as well, but I don't like the neck. The back neck, I really don't like it. I also don't like that line on his forehead. I just don't like that.
Is that supposed to be like a zipper or something?
I don't know. It's like, hold on, I have to be...
Why is that just unzips the whole suit altogether at once?
Nah, he unzips it from his forehead, but his dick comes out first.
Like you're just like, wait, what?
The cape looks like it's a different material and like slightly like reddish color. It might be the lighting, but I love like the form of the cape of this suit. Titan Powered Joker. Honestly, I feel like this design they've done for this remaster is really nice. Bro, the Toy Story 3 monkey was scary as fuck. You mean the symbol monkey? God, look at those pus balls. I'm pretty sure you couldn't see those giant pimples in Asylum.
And even if you could, it's like a quick minute.
Yeah, like the detail they made here, really nice, very appealing. Even though I'm pretty sure that this is they probably just updated the graphics on like the models. It's not like they did anything too special, but I don't know, it just looks way better. I could never tell if those are just the fingertip bones or if that's just his nails. It might just be his fingertip bones. But considering this gross transformation and misformation, it looks like the person would die. Because those are the shoulder pads right there. That's the spine. Look at all the lacerations happening. Like, this dude should be bleeding out, especially with all that ripped muscle. Especially there. He's bleeding from the shoulders excessively. Ribs are poking out. Bleeding from there. Legs. There's parts of his legs where, like, chunks are missing. Like, what the hell?
Look at the knee bone.
Exactly.
What is that?
It's like Joker was trying to cosplay Apocalypse, but like fucking went south. The one thing I'm surprised didn't change were his feet. But one thing that like immediately comes to mind from like the story of this game is that one episode of From the Batman where Joker steals Bane's venom pumps. I don't know if you've seen that episode.
Which one?
Might versus Brawn. It was an episode from the Batman where Joker steals Bane's venom supply. Like his venom gear.
I think I might have seen it, but I don't know.
And then he starts terrorizing Gotham like as a buff Joker. And Batgirl just takes the Batbot and just goes after him.
Yeah, now I remember. Yeah.
That series was fun. Alright, is there any new character? No, they haven't. Everything else is locked behind trophies and secrets and riddlers and riddle things. Just interesting. Like, we would have thought we would have gotten like a Harley Quinn at this point. But no, we have Poison Ivy. And Commissioner Beef. Character bios. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that haven't been found. This Ra's al Ghul is classic as heck, but the sword is similar to the final design from Arkham City, except that it's too thick.
Yeah.
Oracle looks like somewhat like her, she's wearing a tracksuit here. Alright, so the only thing we have left is to find riddles, which I'm probably gonna do on my own time, or maybe I'll just do a small stream to like as just riddle hunting. Or I'll just collect all the riddles on my own time and just upload that one clip of me finding like the last 3 riddles and posting it up so you can get the Riddler ending on the channel as well. I don't know what'll be the next thing I stream though. What now? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What now? It's like, do I start the riddle hunt now for a bit? Or do I end the stream here? And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to sleep yet. So I might switch to something else. Or not. I'm not too sure about that.
Decisions.
But what I am thinking about doing is I will take a break from Arkham. So Arkham City is coming. It's coming up real soon. However, I've already had 4 uploads from Arkham. Warzone. I might hop on and play some Warzone, but I'm probably not going to stream it. Alright. But yeah, no, I'm guessing the next thing I'll do on the channel is probably continue off one of the games that we were doing from counseling session and just run it as a quarantine session. And there's a couple that I can pick from.
Isolation.
There's Alien Isolation, which... Then there's also Spyro the Dragon that was never finished. And Spyro the Dragon was a series I was doing with an actual group. Don't worry, if... Yes, I would gladly play Warzone with you. Tomorrow, if I'm on, and if you're on at the same time, I'll gladly play with you. I might start streaming Fighters again, the sessions that we have where we just eat crap. Because those sessions are just really funny, but there is a video coming up on that. There's a couple of videos coming up. If I'm not mistaken, there's a Warzone video coming up. If I'm not done editing it. Well, there's videos I have to edit, which is like, there's one more ranked video for Fighters. There's maybe a Warzone video coming up, and then there's also a Fighters, but with commentary and friends, unlike the usual. What's up? I'm trying to get my sleep schedule back on track. Yeah, no, my sleep schedule is beyond fucked. My sleep schedule is not bueno. It's not very cash money right now. I just wake up whenever. But usually I start hopping online. I don't even know when I hop online, to be honest. Like, who knows? For all I know, maybe I'll be on tomorrow starting from 5, or maybe I'll just be on from like 10 in the morning. But you definitely catch me online at night. I'm usually always online at night. Unless I slip into a coma for some unforsaken reason.
Yeah, like for chicken nuggies.
Dude, I wish I could get nuggies. I get on at 11 in the morning, holy shit. What a trooper.
That is a trooper.
There's a lot of things I can't be on past 1 in the morning. It's fine. We're usually on... I mean, we started playing today like at 9. Like as a group.
Yeah.
We usually play as a group, me, Hellboy, and Harold. Sometimes I'm joined by Commander Kevin. We're still trying to get Groudon on board. But he's a stubborn mule.
One day.
One day he'll join us.
Just so you can see the ultimate destruction that is my rockets.
Just so you can see the ultimate destruction, he says. Suck? Yes. Definite suck. A couple of things that I kind of wish they would have done with this game, but I'm kind of glad they didn't, was add the fighting elements from like the previous games. But then again, if they did, this game would be too easy. Because if you take all the combat system from Arkham City and apply it to this game would not be the 8-hour long game it is. Because this game's like 8 to 10 hours. And I was playing on hard, and I was like doing Riddler trophies and dying because I was being dumb. But if you sit down and play it seriously, I can probably get through hard mode without dying, or dying at least one time. And it only take like 8 to 10 hours, maybe less.
Or even worse, just put the game mechanics from night into this. It would cut that down to like 3 hours max.
Especially the fear takedown. Here's the thing about Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight I felt was easy, when it came to being Batman. The difficulty of Arkham Knight didn't come from it being hard with the Batmobile, it came from it being tedious. Arkham Knight was tedious, which is why Arkham Knight is regarded as like the worst one from the series. Mind you, being the worst one of the series doesn't mean you're a bad game. It's just Arkham has a really good run of games. Like when it was just Asylum City and Origins was the worst game in everybody's opinion. And it wasn't because of the mechanics. Like the mechanics of Origins made the game easy, especially the grapple gun that you had in that game. The remote claw. You mean Arkham Tank? Yeah, I remember when I was doing Arkham Knight, my job was to like make Batman puns, but like Bat Tank, because that was the game. Like one thing was like, yes, we had the Batmobile, we finally got to use it. Oh no, it's a tank, and we have to use it for tank things. God, it was so tedious. And they shoved the Batmobile down your throat so horrendously that it wasn't fun. Like, that's the one thing I can say about Arkham Knight. It was not as fun as the other games. Yeah, you do. Like, in all honesty, when it comes to, like, story game, like, story-wise gameplay, you spend at least 60 to 70% of the time in the tank, in the Batmobile. Whether it be the Cobra tanks, defending an area with the tanks, the bombs, Riddler,
Deathstroke,
the Cloudburst, Deathstroke, chasing people down, chasing Red Hood down, fighting Firefly. Like, holy crap. They could have done so many things with, like, they could have just used the Batmobile as, like, a way of traversing. And it would have been fine. Like, you could have kept the Batmobile to, like, take off the whole, like, vehicle combat thing, leave it as the Batmobile. And you could have just used it as a traversal way, and even, hell, the Riddler thing weren't tedious when it came to the races, because you actually had to do stuff with it. Yeah. But, come on. Like, everything else is... Yeah, like, honestly, the only times I had fun with the Batmobile was in the beginning when I only had to drive it, and the challenges outside of the game for the Batmobile. Only time I had fun when it came to it. Because once they started introducing the weapon fighting and, like, the tanks, it became a slop fest. Like, I remember the second time I went back on to play and I had the New Game Plus, I only used the Bat Tank if I needed to use it in the mission. Then after that, I was just gliding everywhere. Because I was not having it. I didn't want that.
Right.
The Red Hood story was actually nice. But here's the thing. Arkham Knight did one very bad thing.
Yeah, what was
besides the Batmobile. The DLC.
The one where you get to play as Riddler?
No, just the DLC. Just the DLC. Not anything particular, just DLC.
Yeah.
No, bad. You delete that comment right now. Hell, I'll delete it for you. But yeah, no. The DLC, my problem with it, I like how this turns into like a discussion. You know what? I might as well like do some gameplay in the background as we do the discussion. I'm not just gonna make people stare at the actual like title screen for so long.
You know, we could just appreciate the moon. You know how big it is. How close
Appreciate
it
the
is.
fucking Majora's Mask moon.
You know, it just turns around. You just see the face.
It's Joker's face. Titan Joker face. Because Titan
Bruh.
Joker face looks like Majora.
Every once in a while, you just hear his laughter.
God. But yeah, no. The DLC was basically criminal. Because you were paying $3 to $4 for like Batmobile and racetracks and story DLCs that were like 15 minutes or less long. That weren't even stories. They were just, here's a challenge that's attached to this character and has some dialogue. Well, that's what they were. So it wasn't really anything special, like the Red Hood one, for example. The Red Hood one, it's like, okay, it's supposedly a prequel. No, it's not. It's just, here's some beginning chatter in the mission. And then, here you go, gameplay. It's like, this is a combat challenge. No, this is a stealth challenge. And it goes on like that. The Nightwing one was identical to that, which was the GCPD lockdown, which takes place after the events of Night, apparently. Same thing with the flip of a coin story, which is after Night, after Barbara and Tim get married. Which it's like, awesome, you're continuing the continuity, but at the same time, you're just like not adding anything special for the price that we're paying, because those DLCs were like $6 or $7 each. So it's just like the only one that was somewhat worth it was the Season of Infamy. But that was $15 for 40 minutes or somewhat of story. That was somewhat relevant to an extent. Like, it didn't add anything to the main story because you could do them after or during. Didn't affect the Nightfall protocol or anything, which honestly was good. The only thing is that it locked a suit behind a paywall, being the perfect night suit or something like that. I forgot what the name of the suit was. I made a video on it. Chet Publica's Joe Mama. Red Hood was good because it takes place after Arkham Knight. I kid you not, Harold. He turns himself to a pickle. He's called Pickle Rick. Funny shit. No, the Red Hood one is before. It's before Arkham Knight, because he hasn't, like they've said, it's canonically before Knight. That's why it was, like, supposedly meant to throw you off. Because they mention in the story, when they, like, talk about Black Mask and Sionis, it's like someone took him out. That someone being Red Hood, and you play through that in that DLC story. But Season of Infamy was the only one where they actually thought. But then again, then there was A Matter of Family, which was the Batgirl one, which was a prequel to Asylum, which yet again, here's the thing about that one. It conflicts with Origins, because with the time frame that they're given with Matter of Family, canonically to them, from the time frame they're giving, takes place a year or a couple of months after Origins. From the years they give us. which makes no sense. Because the biography for Batgirl says she's like 18. And she's like 14 in Origins. Which is why I have such a big problem trying to figure out where the fuck Origins fits in all of this.
Maybe just like a night and Alzheimer's and just forgot where she was at the time.
I mean, for all we know, Rocksteady didn't cooperate for Origins. Remember, Origins was made by Warner Bros. Montreal, so maybe they had their own thing. Because remember, Warner Bros. Montreal was gonna make an Arkham game where Damian is the Batman, which got cancelled. And we recently got like the leaked photos for it, where they were gonna bring in some interesting characters, like White Rabbit, which was gonna be an old lady, when she's like one of the most risque looking characters. And it was a really disturbing concept art because nobody wants to see Granny in a bikini.
Oy,
Right, I can't take down lunatics, I have to throw them. Up! I hate the lunatics with passion because of that. I can't counter them, I have to like dodge out of the way, and that breaks me. But yeah, no, they put a lot of DLC that like shouldn't have been DLC. Like the Arkham Asylum Batmobile could have been an award for like 100%ing the game, or like finding every Riddler trophy. You get that one, or the Riddler Batmobile that was also DLC. That one could have been like an award for like finding every Riddler trophy, doing all the Riddler challenges. But no, they didn't. Same thing with the Arkham Asylum batsuit. The Arkham Asylum batsuit was given for free. That I can say. Play Arkham VR. I would, but I don't have a VR set. I don't have the PlayStation VR. I'm not made out of money like Hellboy is. Every towered fuck. But I do know like the story of Arkham VR. In Night, I like the Beyond suit. Definitely one of my favorite suits. Like, City had a nice Beyond suit, but it was basically just an adaptation of the animated suit in the style of City. Of the Arkham style, my bad. But the Batman Beyond suit from Night was basically Rocksteady's vision of what Batman Beyond would look like in the Arkhamverse. And honestly, it's the suit I used the most in Arkham Knight. It was that, and I forgot the name of the suit. Justice League 3000.
Oh, the one that's like he has like a silver top.
No, that's the one. No, you're thinking about Batman 1 Million. The Justice League 3000 Batman is red and black. Red bat logo that looks like the Dark Knight Returns, red eyes, red suit.
Okay.
Really nice look. And then again, that Batman wanted you to see him. He was basically like Moon Knight. It was basically like Moonlight. It was like, why are you dressed all white? I want them to see me coming. Why? I like to go boo. I go ooga booga. I go ooga booga and they scream.
You go like, dog.
Like, I kind of feel bad about that too, because Arkham Knight could have been such a wonderful game. And I hate to say that, like, even though the DLC was so bad, it also had my favorite part of the game. Like, I don't know if that's something good to say about a game, especially a game that, like, whose series did not depend on DLC at all. Like, City was the first one to add DLC, and its DLC wasn't too meaningful. It was basically the same thing. Challenges, but it also added characters at the time. Which Knight just had the characters right off the bat, which... awesome. But the fact that there were so many skins, basically without wanting to, they made Fortnite's skin system. Where it's like, they'll pay for skins. And honestly, the only reason I got the skins, I don't even know why. Like, at the time, I was just trying to find enjoyment out of this game, which in turn made me like get every skin. Which, by the way, you can finally complete the whole collection of skins on PS4, because they finally released the Earth 2 batsuit, which was a PC exclusive. It was a PC pre-order exclusive. Or it was an Xbox or a PC like exclusive. It might have been just Microsoft Store. But they finally released it for no, it was an Xbox. They released it for PS4 and PC. My bad. It's the first time I perfectly counter a fucking maniac. Jesus Christ, he flew. Oh god, I jumped badly. But yeah, no, my favorite moment from Night, Season of Infamy, Cold as Ice story. God, did I love that story. Because it ends Mr. Freeze's story in a very touching and like humane way. Because the way we meet Freeze in City, we meet him as an antagonist, he becomes our ally, he becomes a slight antagonist because he's desperate, and then when you find Nora in City for him, he's just basically like crumbles and he's like, thank you. Like, Freeze in the Arkhamverse isn't a bad person. Circumstances made him bad. Which is basically his gist when it came to, like, when they reinvented his story in the animated series. Because the 2004 The Batman kept Mr. Freeze's original origin. They didn't do the Nora, they did that he was just a criminal and then like an accident happened one day when he was like running away from Batman, where he just became cryo-frozen. Because he was a jewelry thief, which is what they did in Batman and Robin, except they had the scientist thing as well.
Right.
But in Season of Infamy, I don't know if you've played it or if you ever got DLC. Basically what happens in that story is Freeze had left Gotham and circumstances brought him back because the Arkham Knight's forces had attacked the ship he had commandeered for himself, where he was experimenting to find a cure for Nora. And so when you first encounter it, the ship's base is stranded on frozen land. You go in there with a bat tank, you take everything out, and then he tells you Nora was taken from him. You have to find Nora, and in the city you find her, and she's unfrozen. It is the first time we hear and see Nora. I don't think we've seen her or heard her in any other type of media, whether it be comic or not. Like, she is conscious, she is awake.
Damn,
and Freeze just breaks down because he wants to cure her and save her, and she doesn't want to be cured. She just wants to live with him.
Damn, that's...
Like, it's such a touching moment that I was just like, holy fuck. and it does affect your world. Like, if you do that mission after beating the story, it's going to be permanently snowing in Gotham. If you do it during the story before you face Scarecrow, it will not snow for the rest. It'll go back to rain. Which is like a nice variety. So like when I play Arkham Knight, in my normal save file, it's snowing, and then in my New Game Plus, it's still raining. Touching moment. Yeah, it was.
Damn.
I used the I'm not wearing hockey pads, which is the the Dark Knight Rises. Is your fridge running? Then it's probably broken. Might want to fix it. Funky monkey. But no, like, I really love that because during the whole Arkham Knight situation where it's hectic and it's just messing with Batman psychologically, that one moment of, like, someone actually getting a happy ending in this series, well, it's a bittersweet ending. It's not, like, no one gets a happy ending. Because Freeze leaves Gotham again in the boat, repaired, with his dying wife. Knowing his wife is going to die any day.
Right.
And the thing is, he ditches his helmet too.
Oh shit.
So he just has the suit on, no helmet, no gloves. Because he wants to feel her and be felt by her. So it's just like...
Right.
What's your childhood street name favorite? I'll start off with my credit card number. Even though it's not on the list of questions, but I'll start with that, and I'll also give my social security real quick. But out of all the stories, that was my favorite one. The second favorite has to be the dragon. No, it's called Head of the Demon or some shit like that, which is Ra's al Ghul. You find out what happened to him after City because he was impaled, and you see the impalement mark on him. I'm gonna stop you right there. No, it doesn't. The Emoji Movie is the pinnacle of cinematography. It should be left alone. It has to be held in high regard, up there with the butthole cut of the Cats movie, as well as
The Room.
Exactly. It is The Room's holy grail. It is what Tommy Wiseau goes to sleep watching. Not because it's boring and bad, no. Because it brings him such peace of mind after watching it, that it's like if he just blew the biggest nut of his life, and all of those endorphins are just busting in his mind, that he's so happy he can sleep.
It's all over now.
Please tell me you saw what he just commented. Is it true, Harold? You're not answering the question, Harold. Why are you avoiding the question? I don't appreciate you avoiding the question, Harold. Are you okay? My dude, are you okay? Oh, okay.
Oh god. Oh, fucking.
Oh god. Just remember to have the Batarang combo. So lunatics won't be touching me anymore.
Because you can't touch a nano still.
My no-no bat.
Bro, you let me set that one guy flying.
One guy?
I saved one guy, but I saw him literally just go up to the ceiling and never return.
Bonk. Yeet, yote. Not what I meant. But yeah, no, the fucking head of the demon one. It was okay. Not as good as the freeze one, but I like the fact that it had two endings. Like, it gave you a choice. Because after the whole story happens, you're left with a choice. Save Raz, or leave him to his fate.
And what happens in both endings?
So, the League of Assassins had split into two factions. One being led by Nissa Al Ghul, Talia's sister. And the other one still loyal to Raish. Even though he was basically strapped to a chair trying to survive because he didn't have Lazarus to help him heal. But there was still one more supply of Lazarus somewhere. And they needed Bruce to find it. So you go out, you find it, and then you have the choice. Help Nissa and take him out. I just saw the comments. Steps is suck. Step bro anime music. Oh god. But yeah, no, you got two options, save him or not. So if you save him, you give the Lazarus to him, but you have to fight Nissa's assassins, and Raish kills Nissa, continuing the League of Assassins. Or you destroy the Lazarus Pit, what's left of it, you don't give him anything, you fight the League, but you don't kill Raish. You basically lock him up to live the rest of his days in GCPD. Then
So
yeah. It's basically like, regardless, you don't kill. You either get someone killed, or you get someone to just continue their fate. Regardless, you did what you could.
Yeah.
Well, that man just flew into the fucking bug swatter.
He wouldn't go until like...
Fucking he got more than he bargained for. Something I'm glad, the lunatics are not back in the other Arkham games. Because hands down, they were the most annoying people. And I have a feeling people complained about them enough that they didn't include them in City and Night.
Which is a good thing at this point.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I realized going back to play this game I had to deal with. Because there are Titans in City.
Right.
But at this point, Titans are easy to deal with. Arkham Asylum. Big comedy, my man. Big comedy. Dick. Cheddar. Then there was the Killer Croc mission. The Killer Croc one was interesting because we finally got to fight him, and he didn't. It wasn't a fight like the Titans, which honestly I was expecting it to turn out to be. But no, like the combos you do between Nightwing and Batman are just really nice. Like the combo's actually enjoyable. Like the mission to it is also enjoyable. Like the whole reasoning, it gives like reasoning to what happens to Killer Croc after like after Asylum, he was found by the same company that not by fuck, I forgot the name of this. What's the organization from Arrow?
Ugh. This- I was gonna say Starlads, but that wasn't it.
No, I know it was Iron Heights that had it, but he was being fucking experimented on by the organization, and I can't remember its name for the life of me right now.
Shit. I don't remember.
Argus.
Ah.
He's experimented on by Argus because they were trying to see what like his regenerative abilities were. So Killer Croc is heavily deformed and mutated in Night. Like he has a tail and he looks more like an alligator now.
Oh.
So he has a tail, which is honestly very weird. And here's the thing, like if you look into like the files and all that, which like kind of comes hand in hand with the last scene we see right now. He does use Titan. Like they use Titan on him. It's not that he used it on himself.
So I use that to put him down?
No, they use that to like see what the effects were, especially on him, considering he had like such a particular case. Which honestly is like really fucked. So you throw that, you stop him, he gets his cage, and like Killer Croc is he just looks at you through a cage and it's very creepy. Then there's the Mad Hatter one, which it's the weakest one. The weakest one out of the 4.
Wow.
But you know what all 4 of them have in common?
What?
They don't need the Batmobile. Actually, I'm lying. The Ra's al Ghul one, you need the Batmobile. But it's not, like, out of that whole story, it only takes up, like, 15%. Because the Ra's al Ghul story takes place mostly in the Gotham hospital. And it doesn't have power, so you use the Batmobile to power it on.
Ah, okay.
And then you use the Batmobile to everything. To scan. Yeah, no, I did have that Easter egg, like, I covered it on my channel, like, back when Night was new. That, if you played it on Halloween, Man-Bat escapes, and you get one more jump scare from him. Like, if you play during Halloween, while you're going through, Founder's Island, you grapple, and he will jump scare you. You will go to GCPD, and you'll see that the cage where he was in is just busted out. And you can never catch him again, because you're permanently left at 99%.
Damn.
Because he's gone. He busted out. He left. Langstrom is gone. And, I feel like there was one more Easter egg I covered from Night on my channel that I was just... Ugh.
What was that?
I mean, my most viewed video on my channel is from Arkham Knight. And that was when the Savior of Gotham skin came out. I had already gotten I already had 240%. And I have a feeling the reason I have so many views is because I was probably one of the first to, like, cover it. Which was very interesting. Because that's the only video I have that passes. Like, my second most viewed video only has 389 views. That video right now is sitting on... I'll give you the number right now. 24,502 views. here's the thing about this video. It's still getting like hundreds of views daily, and I don't know why. Because here's the thing. Looking back at that video, it was during a time where I would get really insecure when I was talking. And for some reason, I would, like, my throat would tighten up and my voice would come out sounding British. And I hated that.
Please.
Like, if I tried, I cannot get that voice. But, like, nowadays I can do it perfectly because honestly, all I needed was a little bit of confidence in my voice. Like, something that helped me a lot were, like, the karaoke sessions we've been having. But yeah, no, like, back then, it would literally, like, there's so many videos that's happened that, like, my voice sounds not like how it does now, with just my normal voice. Old streams definitely come to mind. One that definitely comes to mind where my voice does not sound normal at all is the I Am Bread playthroughs. Because I would get so stressed to the point that I would literally lose my voice for like a couple of hours. But as a result, from the anger and stress, I would tighten my vocal cords to the point that I was talking like Vegeta. Like, if you look at the videos, it's really hilarious because I'm start off the video talking like this, my voice starts getting higher as I'm getting more frustrated, and then out of nowhere I'm just here. And I'm just really angry. Like, I start sounding like Season 1 Team 4-star Vegeta.
Okay.
And that's the best way to compare it. It's the perfect way. And, like, that's not even the first time I spoke. First time I spoke were, like, in my first 2 videos, which I didn't even speak that much. Who would win, 3 goobers versus 1 angry green guy? Well, if the angry green guy is Hulk, the goobers. If the angry green guy is Shrek, Shrek. I gotta be honest.
But what if it was the kid of Shrek and Hulk?
Shulk? I mean, that's what it'd probably turn into, Shulk.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking slap everyone while we're at it. I could have been doing the Riddler trophies, but no, I decided to punch people.
I mean, punching people is fun.
Not to mention, that's one thing I didn't like. Okay, here's the only con to this game. Post-game content. All you have is the challenges and the Riddler challenges. But here's the thing, if you go back to Arkham Asylum, like the main story Asylum, not the game. If you go back into the main story of Arkham Asylum, there's no more enemies. There's none. There's no more enemies. All that's left are Ivy's plants, and that's it. You will not find any more enemies. Like, maybe you'll find a lunatic or 2 that you might have missed, but that's it. There's no more enemies. All you have are the Riddler trophies. Like, it's not like Arkham City where they fixed that, where they just kept enemies like randomly spawning. Sure, after Protocol 10, there's significantly less, which I honestly like that detail. Like, after Protocol 10, it gets significantly, like, minor, the amount. But then that's... Actually, I'm curious. That was in the original. For all we know, for this remaster, they might have added enemies to be in the Asylum after. Who knows? That could be a thing. But then again, I could be wrong. Maybe they kept it the same.
Or they decide just to add every other villain that was never mentioned in any of the games. Like, you just get Maxi Max, you get, like, Condor King.
Not even. Imagine I just hop in and I'm like, the whole island is just every enemy's been replaced by Titans. See, like, there's no enemies. There's just fireworks now. The fireworks are permanent, basically. Which, okay, I guess. Kinda kills, like, some of the mood.
Right, knowing that there's no enemies to fight. Or to
Yeah,
level up.
it becomes very boring. Because it's like, here's all these Riddler trophies you didn't do.
My map will help you,
I know it will.
Batman.
But that's basically like all this game has to offer is that. After you're done with this, it's just boom. Jesus, the rain texture got weird for a second there. I don't know if you noticed that.
I
I
argued
don't think I
with the
have, at
latest
least
group of
right
young,
away.
eager doctors. They bored me with theories and ideas, proving that they had no theories on how to cure these animals. Only one shared my vision.
Where is
I
it?
offered her the chance to explore her dreams.
Oh, it's high.
She accepted. We'll make a good team.
Right, this is what the Zaz one is. Oh wait, no, this is the trophy. I don't know where Zaz is. I don't remember anything anymore. Okay, man. Stop cucking me. Here it is. Yeah, this is Zaz, actually. Here we go. Zaz is counting you to find his work. There's one thing around here, apparently? Oh my god. Such a dirty little... Alright, oh, there it is. The perspective one. There it is. Just gotta... Fucking... God. These were always AIDS. Fucking me. I know it's not aligned up. Ugh.
Bruh. What do you mean it's not aligned?
Fuck me.
Don't say that too loud. Mine will pop up.
Finally.
Wait, no. There you go.
I love how you're like a little bit behind. So I react and you're like, no.
No, because on my end, it doesn't show that you actually got it till later.
Yeah, I know, you're seconds behind.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Because if it was perfectly on sync, the stream would not be going anywhere. It'd be a lag fest.
True.
For all parties. Not just me. Everyone. Better hide your girl, my mom says I'm a handsome boy. Damn. I'll make sure to keep that in mind when I stumble into a relationship again. Me hitting myself with the real fucking notes again. Oh god. You know what's the worst part about this? I'm here about to like crack some jokes on myself. And YouTube, I love how YouTube now like tells me like who's been watching and who's like jokes and stuff. My ex watches these still, and I'm just like, why?
That's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
It's,
There is no way you
maybe
are
she's
doing
just
so long.
supportive?
Who's helping you?
It's not even that. You see, here's the thing, and I'm pretty sure I've said the story before on stream, or maybe in a video, and I'm not sure. Maybe I just said it like in a conversation with someone. But back when I started the channel, it was slightly a hobby, where it was just gameplay and I wasn't talking. And when I started to actually speak was so she could have a way of hearing my voice since I wasn't always around, because remember at that point we didn't see each other too often at that point of a relationship, because we had I had just graduated and she like still needed a year to graduate. So we had that going on. Hashtag Prime Grime is your new gang name. Shit, I always want to be in a gang. Prime Grime. I thought I switched my voice into like the weirdest fucking like sound. I almost like borderline sounded like the Ots King. But yeah, no, like I basically had made the channel at that point. Like I started using my voice as a way for her to hear me. And I kept it going that way. And then after some time, it got fun for me again, and I just started doing it as a hobby again, not minding that idea. Also, what the fuck is this trophy? Riddle, whatever the fuck. Oh. Found it! See, that was at a time, and then after a while I took a break because I fell out of love with it. Which, it happens from time to time. You get, but recently I just don't upload because either A, I'm too lazy to edit, or B, I'm just not uploading. Like half of the time I don't upload, I'm sitting on the videos. Like the Transformers Devastation, I was sitting on that recording of all the parts for a year and a half. I had it recorded from beginning to end.
Right.
Never uploaded them. Until recently. And it was just really dumb. The fact that I decided to, you know what, I'm just gonna spend like half a year not fucking uploading this. In hindsight, a really stupid decision.
Yeah.
With every vid, begin with subscribe to join the Prime Grime. Fun fact, dude proposed to his girl in Spider-Man PS4. I heard about that, but I don't remember how it was. Like, I heard that there was a proposal done through the game in a part. But I don't remember where it was. And last time if I remember the story correctly, she said no.
Damn. She wasn't ready.
Remember how